Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Princess Beyond Passions. Wow, wow, wow. It's good to be here again. This is our favorite spot on Fridays. Yes, you're all welcome. We have a discussion today, and the topic is from one of my viewers. The topic of discussion for today is from one of my viewers. I posted a video, the video that you saw before you came in. If you came early, you would have seen a short that talks about the 7 needs of a wife. Yes, so I posted that, I uploaded that video some days ago, and I got several, or so I got many comments on that video. And my viewers, they interact with me on comments, right? My community. So one of my viewers came in and made some comments on that particular video, and we went back and forth, not arguing, but we were exchanging opinions. And I thought it was good to bring up the topic, to bring up his or her response. I wouldn't know if he's a he or a she, but um, if he's a husband or he's a wife, she's a wife. I am not sure which one, but I believe that the person will be here today in our midst. While we discuss, perhaps when he or she comes, I might have to give the person a chance to come up the panel and address us. But yes, based on his comments, that topic you are seeing there is his exact comments. No editing, no I think the only edit I did was perhaps put a comma, and what else? Invited commas open and close as a quote. So that's a quote. That was the person's comment. So I thought we should come up here and discuss a little bit and share opinions. So I put out a video that says 7 needs of a wife, right? Where a pastor was conducting a service for a couple and mentioned the 7 needs of a wife. If you have not seen that short, I would advise that you check out that short, 7 needs of a wife. I also have 5 needs of a husband as well. But this comment came on the video, 7 needs of a wife. And this person said, man works, wife looks after the kids and serves food for the family, right? That's what my viewer said on the comment. So tonight, or rather today, I would like us to discuss, around these very comments. That I would like to ask, what do you think about the comments? And what do you think about the comments that the husband has to work and the wife has to look after the kids and serve food for the family? That is a major uh, role of a wife, so to speak. That was what the person told me. So I think I want to assume, for the benefit of this discussion, I want to assume that the person is a man. Um, you know, so yes, that is what we have on ground. Welcome, welcome everyone. I'll give a shout out now. I see you all. I see you all. Melissa Schultz, thank you for coming in early. I don't know if you are still here, but you came quite early. Double A12, thank you, Lady Posh TV. You came early. Ayati Yako, been a while. Good to see you. How have you been? Um, Sweet Little Rose, You are welcome. Cindy Style. Hello, 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 darling. You are welcome. Thank you so much. Honey Pie, Stephen, you are welcome. Thank you so, 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 so much. I like to change that tradition around sometimes. Yes. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. Yes, you are all welcome, welcome, welcome. It's really good to see you today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm so happy to see you guys. All right, there's no rules. Simply Style says, Beth, okay, sorry, Beth, W.A. Moses Official, you are welcome. Thank you for coming in. Simply Style says, there's no rules on who works. Both can work and still raise their kids. I am tired of people always making it look like the wife should always be in the kitchen. Okay, that is from Cindy Style. All right. Ugh, just boils your blood. What boils your blood? Sweet little Rose. Okay, that's from Cindy Style. I would also like to pin another comment here. And yeah, Stephen says, I like to change that rule. I like to change that tradition around sometimes. Okay. All right. You are all welcome. Please feel free to share your opinion. Same, same. I'm not speaking on it before I make my blood. Jay, why not? We've got to talk about it, all right? We all need to talk about it because this thing is not something that only one person has to talk about or only one person has to discuss. A person does not make a culture or a tradition. Okay, I must mention that while I was exchanging opinions with the person on the comment section, the person mentioned the culture of the Asian and African cultures. That basically that the Asian and African cultures, in the Asian and African cultures, which he said are a little bit similar, that the man has to work, or rather, the man works while the wife look after the kids and serves the food for the family or takes care of the food for the family. So basically, he was saying he was of the opinion that in African and Asian cultures that this is what obtains, right? Yes. Okay, so okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. I'll take some comments. Today I am going to be looking at your comments because this is a discussion, and I see that you're already sharing your opinions in the comment section. Please, if you would like to come up the panel to talk about it, do let me know so I can drop the link. All right. Yeah, Sim just doesn't want to be more busy. Okay, women are doing amazing things on their careers and still take care of their families and get them all right. Yes, that's what Cindy Styles says. Okay, yes, women are taking care of their careers. Yes, because these days women work, a lot of women work, and a lot of women are career women, right? And they are still married. We see a lot of women who are married, who are career women, and they also have kids, and they're also taking care of their kids, they're taking care of their husbands, and they're also taking care of the home front, and they juggle all of these things together, and they are still good wives, right? Yes, and they are still married. Though some marriages have failed, but we can't say that the marriages failed based on any particular thing. Okay, so yeah, this is true. What Sim Sim is saying, this is quite true. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead. Um, Gonna be interesting when my cousin brings her husband here because I will have uh, many says in what happens if he wants to keep his stamp of approval. Okay. All right. It depends on the choice of a family because some mothers may choose to put their careers on hold to raise the children whilst the husband works. Yes, I'm going to talk a little bit on this as well. Sweet Lily Rose, thank you so much for that contribution. Yes, Gigi's World, you are welcome, sweetie. Thank you so much for coming in. Yes, some mothers, I, well, I wouldn't say based on the mothers who may choose not to work, right? I would say that based on the decision of the couple, say the husband and the wife now, based on both of them would have decided that the the woman has to put a hold on her career and while the man works. But most of the time what we see is based on some cultures or where I'm coming from. What I used to see, what used to obtain before is the man would just say, oh, okay, um now that we've started having kids, you have to put your career on hold. I will have to work. You sit at home and take care of the children. This is how come we have um, what you call full time housewives, right? Or full time wives or housewives, right? There are also house husbands. Don't get me wrong. There are also full time husbands, right? I don't know how that comes about, but I have seen many full time husbands who either lost their jobs or who resigned their jobs or something and then was not able to or did not go back to work. But however, this discussion, like I said earlier on, is something that all of us will have to talk about. It's not a discussion for only me. So please do let me know if you would like to make a contribution so that I can drop the link and then you can come up and let's talk about this. Let's talk about this issue. All right. Yeah. Okay. Hello, everyone from Gigi Beth. Hello, Gigi. Okay, Hayati. Anna, you are welcome. Anna Abai Official, you are welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. And thank you all for the thumbs up. Please give a thumb up if you have not given one. Give a thumb up, give a thumb up. And if you would like to share, please feel free to share so that we'll have more people come in and make their own contributions. Okay? It's okay if the woman agrees to stay back home. All right? It's okay. Okay, let me highlight it so we are all seeing what the contributions that are coming in. All right? Simpson says it's okay if the woman agrees to stay back home. It's not bad, but no one should come here and say it's a woman's duty to stay back home and serve food. Good, good, good. All right. Gigi, you wake up. Cindy, if that happens, I will start the. I'm not in the mood for this. Well, I hope that the person who made this comment would come so that the person can see all the discussions and all the contributions going on in the chat. This is quite interesting, and I really look forward to discussing this thing for the little time that we have here. Yes. Okay. And Silly says, I think it's both. Yeah, let me highlight it. I think it's both the mother's and father's duty to pick up and cook food. Yeah, it should and do other things. It shouldn't only fall on the mother or father. Absolutely correct. Uh, why do you want to vanish, Gigi? Why? Why do you want to vanish? I might vanish anytime, right? Why? Why do you vanish? Please don't vanish. Give us a contribution before you vanish. If even if you want to vanish, please. The smoke alarm already been shouting at me today, so I'm prepared. Oh, are you kidding me? I have two shouting right now. It's been shouting and I wouldn't know. It's been there. So I actually thought you heard it. And that's what you're talking about. Because I was going to ask that. I hope that you are not being disturbed by the pim, 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 beeping. Two of them are shouting uh, out there, right? So, yes. Please, please, let's contribute. Let's contribute. Let's contribute. I'm going to say my opinion on this, but I hope that the person is here so that the person can see all the things that are going on. Because I actually invited the person. The person had asked, no, I told the person I was going to use this comment that is as an LS, I was going to have a live stream on this comment, and the person said okay that I should invite him. So I did invite the person, and I am sure that if the person, um, I think the person is here, is watching. I don't know if the person would like to make a contribution or not, but somewhere in the background, perhaps the person might be in the background listening to all that we are saying. All right. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just trying to see if I can share myself out so that more people can come in and contribute. Oh, I also noticed that some people have started streaming at my exact time, but that's okay, right? Yeah, so yes, live share. Please give a thumb up. Please give a thumb up. Share. I'm going to share here on this platform. Please come, let's discuss. All right. And I'm also going to share it on another platform so that we'll have, when we share, there's a probability that we'll have more people come in. Please join our discussion. There's a probability that we'll have more people come in to join the discussion. All right. Yes. Okay. Uh-huh. Sorry, guys. Can you hear the alarm? The beeping? Beep, 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 beep. Can you hear that? It shan't speak again. Maybe, Stephen, I shan't say what happened. So, did you crush that alarm? Okay. Yes. All right, guys. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. All right. What did I do now? Yes, absolutely. That's it. Okay. I see. Okay. So yes, let's go on with with the conversation. Yes, let's go on with the conversation. Have you guys seen from the beginning? Some people have already made their contributions. Hello, hello, hello. You are welcome. RSJ, you are welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. All right. Hi, RSJ. Yes, I am here. Yes, RSJ is here. Uh, no, we can't hear it. Don't worry, princess. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that confirmation because I was getting worried that the smoke alarm might disturb my discussion tonight. But hey, thank God. Okay, when Anna was live, I was telling them I have to leave for a second to beat the alarm, because it was beeping started saying, oh, okay, okay, okay. That's all right. Now I hear the la 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 la, doing secret meeting. Actually, I thought the smoke alarm was really, really, really being being mischievous, because every time we, you know, did something and it cooled off, the moment we step up, it starts again. And then at a time, two of them started beeping at the same time. Oh my goodness! I just said, you know what? Just because of steam, it's coming, steam coming out of the cooking pot, not that we were frying anything or anything like that, just steam. You're steaming rice, you're steaming chicken and all that. That was it. That was what tripped off the smoke alarm. All right, so back to our discussion. Yes, RSJ, Beth WA Moses official is at RSJ, right? Not RSL. All right. Okay, so you're welcome, RSJ, and everyone in the chat. You are all welcome. So here, let's continue with the topic. Let's continue with the topic. RSJ, before you came in, people were already contributing to the discussion, and I don't know if you saw the discussions earlier on going on. Anna, I don't know if you saw the discussion, if you heard the discussion, if everybody here has seen the discussion going on in the chat, right? Glorious Reality, you are welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. All right. So, one time we got visited by counselor and I was running the hot. Okay. Steam being released. Yes, Steam being released. Yeah, based on Steam being released, the smoke alarm tripped off. Okay, so back to our discussion. Man works while the wife looks after the kids and serves food for the family and takes care of the home front. Now, based on where I come from, now this is the story time now, guys. This is my story time now. Based on where I come from, or perhaps before I go into the story time, before I go into the story time, let me play the video, right? Let me play the video for us to see. I hope YouTube will not give me copyright issues playing my own video, right? Let me play the video so that we can see where this discussion is coming from. All right. Yes, YouTube, thank you so much for making things so easy. On your page now, they have separated everything. The home page is there, videos are there, then shorts are there, then live is there, your live sessions, live streams, then the playlists, then the community membership channels before you get to about. So things are really, really easy here. So it's very easy for me to locate this video. I need to raise the volume. Okay, guys, this is a video that I had uploaded some time ago. 7 needs of a wife. Yeah, let me play it. These are the 7 needs of a wife.
The number one need of your wife, you be a spiritual leader. You're the priest in your home. Second need is affirmation and appreciation. Every woman want to be affirmed no matter how old she might be. A third need is romance. Romance is cards, is flowers, is candy. Chivalry never dies. Opening up the car door, making sure she's good. Fourth need, intimate conversation. She needs for you to listen to her thoughts about the events of a day. Listening to her, not to change her, but to understand her. Fifth need, be transparent. She needs for you to be honest, because the woman has been built by God to handle the truth, even if the truth crushes her heart. Tell the truth. A sixth need is home support. Take care of the home. Make sure whatever is needed in the home, provide for it. That's your job. A seventh need, be committed to the family. Family is important to her. These are the 7 needs of a wife. The number one need.
All right. So yeah. So yeah, did you hear the 7 needs of a wife? Those were the 7 needs of a wife. That's the video that I posted, I uploaded some days back, and I got some comments on the video, and I got a comment, this particular comment on that video. So yes, and I have told the person that I will come here and that we're going to have a live stream based on the comment, and the person had obliged and said I should invite him. And yes, all right, so the person is here, and that's why we are discussing this topic. Okay. Okay, so already some people have contributed. Simply Style had said that um, if the woman decides, there's nothing wrong if the woman decides, or if both of them decide to um, that the woman has to hold back on her career in order to take care of the family. If the woman had to hold back on her career in order to take care of their children and take care of food and family front and all that there is nothing wrong in that, right? But that does not make it a rule that the woman's place is in the kitchen. Okay. I think we have had a discussion here sometime last year or early this year, I can't remember exactly, where it got so, heated, and the discussion, and some people were saying, oh, uh, the person, if I'm at the person, if they marry the person has to perform the duties for which they married the person, and all that and all that and all that. So it became very obvious to me that when marry people marry for different reasons. As a matter of fact, there's another video of mine that someone else had come to comment on. Maybe we'll take that some other time. It has to do with marrying for the right reasons. It was a video I put out as well. Okay. So, when people get married for different reasons best known to them. The man gets married because perhaps he has seen something in the woman that is beneficial to him, is why he went to the woman in the first place. And the woman gets married perhaps because um, she loves the man, because it's the woman that is relationship oriented. Let me not preempt my video, because there's another video that I'm going to drop perhaps next week, that I'm going to upload next week. I'll premiere it on Thursday. It's a continuation of what I premiered yesterday. Okay, so let me not say some things to it, because it will be preempting that video. Okay, but based on where I come from, you know, back in the day, start a protest. I'm sure. Okay, I don't think it's part of the conversation. Um, All right, I see a comment here. Sorry, guys, let me take this comment. This is all based on tradition and religion. The way it works across societies generally, not written on stone, not written on stone as strict or alterable law. Yes, that is coming from Stephen. Yes, this is based on tradition and perhaps religion, and because somehow religion has a way of weaving people, men and women, human beings. When I say men, I mean Homo sapiens. I mean human beings have a way of weaving religion into tradition, or weaving tradition into religion. Somehow people have a way of weaving tradition into religion and weaving religion into tradition. I think that a lot of people do not know where to draw the line to separate religion And tradition, that's a different thing entirely. I'm going to talk about that maybe sometime, I don't know when. It's a different thing, but let's handle this. But Stephen is making a valid point. He is saying that all this is based on tradition and religion. Yes, and the person who left the comment had talked about cultures, right? Specifically African culture and the Asian culture, that the African culture and the Asian culture are a bit similar. There are some things that they share in common, right? And some cultures all over the world, some places, there are some things that people share in common, the tradition and the cultures and all that. Some of them look alike, right? Yes. So Rebecca M, you're welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate all of you. Thank you all so much for coming in. Yes, I think Cindy Style said something earlier on. Um, Stephen, yes, no law. Okay, guess I need to get. Okay, no. I don't think there is a religion that says women should stay back home to cook and look after the children. Um Not exactly put that way, but I think some people tend to interpret some religion or part of some aspects of religion into basically that the woman's place is in the kitchen, or that the woman has to be at the forefront of the home, right? While the men will sit at the city gates and have meetings on how the city would prosper and all that, and the men will have to work and all that. If we take religion, if we go deep into religion, you would also see where um I just don't I just don't want to go deep into religion when it comes to this thing. I want to stay with culture. I want to stay with culture. I don't want to go into religion because it's another aspect entirely. Okay. So but basically I think that some people tend to um bring doctrine. Yes, the doctrine of men. Some people tend to bring doctrine into tradition, or bring tradition, pull tradition into doctrines and into religion. Okay, I don't know all the religions of the world. I don't know all of them, and I don't know all the tenets and all the words based on the religion, right? On the different religions in the world. So I cannot categorically say one thing or the other based on religion. But what I can say is, back in the day, in the culture, okay, let me take this chart. Actually, all cultures came, all cultures come from same basic needs and workings of survival. Okay, all right. Um, yes, I cannot. Okay. Even in traditions too, yeah, even in traditions too, the truth is that there was no jobs for the women back then, and they stayed back home to take care of the home front. All right, coming from work. All right, Rebecca, thank you. Okay, thank you. Enjoy that. The laptop is on. Who's? Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. That's okay. That's cool. Okay. So, yeah. So I would say cultures and traditions that men have set up. And even when we look at way back, even in religion, it is men who basically set up this thing, right? What is culture? Let's even start from there. What is culture and what is tradition? Who set up cultures and who set up traditions? The traditions of men that we have today, right? Who set them up? Let's even start from there because this is where I usually start from. When you start talking to me about cultures and you start talking to me about traditions, my question is who set up the cultures of men? Of course, men set up cultures, right? Men make up cultures from someone thinking about it, and then two people sit down and talk about it, and then a few people gather together and they start discussing these things, and then they start practicing it, and then they start practicing it, and before you know it, it becomes the norm, in it. Isn't it? Yes. Before you know it, it becomes the norm. Before you know it, it becomes the tradition for that particular area. Before you know it, it becomes the culture. What is culture? Culture is simply a way of life of a people, the way some people think, the way a way of thinking and a way of life of people, a people, right, or a society, right. That is what culture is. Culture is simply the way of life, the way we think and the way we do things, right. Yes. So I'm saying that the cultures, these cultures that we're talking about today, these traditions of men that we're talking about today, it is some people who sat together and started it way back in the day, right? Way, 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 way back. They started it and they handed it over to their children, and their children saw that this is what is going on, and then we don't even know who these people are anymore, anyways. But we know that this is the culture, which is why some of us these days we wake up and then we begin to I challenge some things that that people say is culture, right? Because you can't just wake up one day and tell me, oh, okay, some men had a meeting, perhaps they had some bottles of beers or some wine or something, or they are just gathering and talking about themselves, and then they began something. And while the men are there discussing, like while the husbands are gathered together and they are talking and discussing, the wives aren't supposed to be in that gathering, right? So, because the wives are not in that gathering, perhaps while the men are discussing, the wives are perhaps in the kitchen cooking or getting food together, or taking care of the children. That's how, little by little by little by little, it became the norm. That's how it became the culture, isn't it? And then these men will sit together every time and talk and expect their wives to go into the kitchen and get food ready and serve them, and then serve the children and all that and all that, and that simply became the culture. And so as time went on, Ruth Ohams, you are welcome. Thank you so much for coming in, sis. So as time went on, people took it on, passed it on and on and on and on and on and on, and it became. And today we hear that, you know the woman's place is in the kitchen. Says who? Is it written in any constitution? Please tell me. Tell me if I am wrong. Please let me know. Please, if you would like to contribute to the discussion going on, please let me know so I can drop the link and then you can come up and then we chat. Okay, please let me know, please. So this is why I give this a chance for people to talk in the chat, because when I start, I'm going to say from my own perspective, in which constitution, who wrote it in the constitution that the woman's place has to be in the kitchen? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I don't know if it is in your own constitution anywhere. Please do let me know. Right? Do let me know if it is written anywhere at all that the woman has to be in the kitchen while the man um sits around with his mates, or while the man goes to work and comes back and takes newspapers and stretches his legs and then starts watching TV. Is the TV is on, he has his newspaper, and then the woman has to be in the kitchen all the time. I mean, says who? Let's turn the table around. I know couples who the husband was not working. I know a particular couple, let me start with myself, who the husband was not working for many years, not for 1 year, not for 2 years, not for 5 years, not for 7 years. The man was not working, was not doing any job to bring any dime or any speck of food or a grain of rice to the table. And it was the woman doing the work. The woman would wake up 4:30 a.m. and get ready for work and go to work, and by 5:30 a.m. this woman is already on the street going to work because of traffic, where in the society where they live. Peaceful earth and with mercy, you are welcome. Oh, pretty Tina, you are welcome. Thank you so much, sis, for coming around. Thank you so much. Yes, and the woman goes to work, and the woman will go to work Mondays to Fridays. Sometimes on Saturdays she goes to work because she has to work, earn enough money for both her, her husband, the children, the rent, the food, everything that has to do with that home. It was the wife doing the work. Please do not ask me what the man did, because the man was just at home. I'm not telling you this is a story someone told me. I'm telling you of someone I know. And I know a lot of people like that with different situations happening. So are you going to tell me in that situation that because the culture says the man should work, the woman should be at home and take care of the kids and the food, that is the basic thing? That's one. Number two, in a situation, we're gonna look at the different situations. This is one situation, right? This is case study one. Then the next case study is the next one I'm going to tell you. Case study two. Suppose this couple are married and they are living together, and then they have not been blessed with an issue. They've not been blessed with children. There is just the two of them, the man and the wife. And in this situation, this man and this wife, they are working. Both of them are working. The man wakes up in the morning, both of them, they dress up, they go to work, different places. And they close at the same time, but based on the distance, one person comes in before the other, right? I know a particular couple, the wife comes in, gets in before the husband, because the wife was a teacher, right? And you know that school children close earlier than like government workers and or private sector, right? So she would close and she would come home early enough. She will be the first person to come in. And then when she gets in, she will start taking care of the home. This is a place, the house that she and her husband left in the morning to go to work. She would start taking care of the house. She will start tidying up the place. She will go into the kitchen. After that, she will go into the kitchen. She's cooking because they don't have children yet. She's cooking. She's doing everything. Then on Saturdays, she will take care of the laundry. She will take care of everything. Go to the market, get things into the house, and all that and all that and all that. Now, when she gets back every day, she does that. And when the husband comes back, the husband just gets into the house. Oh, you're welcome, welcome. It's as if the wife did not go to work at all. It's as if the wife did not go to work at all. It's as if the wife was just sitting down in the house. This is the situation. I'm telling you, this is what I know. This is case study two. It's as if the wife is just sitting down in the house, did not go anywhere. So she has to take care of everything. And when the husband comes, I have never heard the husband say, "Oh, darling, thank you for taking care of the house or tidying up the place." I don't know if he does it in the bedroom or if he tells her somewhere else, but I have never heard. OG Bran, you're welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Red Lipstick Vibes, you are welcome. Thank you so much for coming. You know, where is this woman? That's me. The case study one was me, right? Case study two, uh, so she does the everything, and the man, when the man gets home, he sits down, stretches his legs, picks up the newspapers, you know, remote control, turns on the TV, and then picks up newspapers and starts reading. So I'm like, oh, bros, you're watching TV and reading newspaper at the same time. What's going on? Me, I'll just say my own, you know. Meanwhile, auntie is in the kitchen cooking, getting things ready. Oh, she's cutting onions. Oh, the day that she has to make soup, from the start, she'll be doing this, this, chopping this. Oh, she's doing this. Oh, she's doing that. Oh, the woman, when the woman is in the kitchen, her hands are busy doing one thing or the other, and at the same time, she's washing up. She's doing everything. At the same time, she has already tidied up the sitting room. The place is clean, tidy. She's all over the place. But she went to work as well. She also earns money as well. She also contributes to the upkeep of the house as well. She also buys food in the home, right? She also does all these things as well. But the man would why so my question is, why is it that all the time this woman comes, both of you go to work, me, I'll just say it. I was a neutral person in this case study that I'm talking about. So I will just say it. Bros, you are back from work. Auntie has been in the kitchen. Why is it that you're watching television and reading newspaper at the same time? This woman is just running around like a headless chicken. She has been the one taking care of the house. She's been the one doing everything. And then you're just stretching your legs, waiting for food to land on the dining table. And then you start eating. So I always used to wonder. It's when I started growing up, then I started hearing woman's place is in the kitchen, woman's place is in the kitchen. I wish I knew woman's place was in the kitchen at that time. I would have challenged, that thing. You understand? So that is the second that's the second case study. So yeah. So I really don't know why. And these days, you would see that a lot of women are working. A lot of women are even doing better than some men. A lot of women, career women, are even doing better than their husbands, right? Yes, because a woman is motivated. A woman wants to. These days, my mom told me, look, go to school so you can work, so you can make your own money. you know My mom, she's iconic, she's industrious, she's old now, but she told me, so you can make your own money, have your own money, so that no man will do shakara for you. You know what shakara means? Shakara means no man would be prideful to you or something like that. So you have your own money, and so you can be rich. you know that's what she used to say. That's how she knows her own. Everybody speaks according to the knowledge they have at the time, right? So I was motivated. I've always been motivated to do something. And she used to say, do not depend on another person's wealth, right? Do not depend on another person's wealth to grow rich, something like that. This native vernacular is very sweet. When she says it in vernacular, it makes deep meaning. But for me to translate it into English language, sometimes The English language does not do justice to what, what I'm talking about. She would say, don't depend on someone's wealth to become rich, right? So you got to go out there and make your own wealth. So all the time you have to be on your toes, hustling. I was working, I was hustling at the same time. You understand? So that was case study one. But I'm talking about case study two, where the husband is working and the wife is working, and then both of you come back home and you are still telling your wife that her place is in the kitchen. So if her place is in the kitchen, then she should not be working and be bringing money to the table and be bringing food to the table as well. Then the curtains in the house need to be changed. Is the woman changing the curtains? Is the woman who knows that, oh, our bed sheets are getting old. Now I need to buy new bed sheets. It's the woman who now knows that, oh, this our carpet is somehow. I need to get um professional cleaners, or I need to get vacuum to clean the carpet. Is the woman who knows that, oh, we need some casserole, we need some plates, some dishes in the kitchen. Is the woman who knows, oh, we need some cooking pans, we need good dishes, we need this, we need that, kitchen utensils. Is the woman with her money, right? So if you are saying that the woman's place belongs, the woman's place is in the kitchen, why should she be spending her money to be changing the curtains and be changing the bed sheets and bedspreads? Why should she be spending her money to be buying dishes and buying things, right? And be contributing to the rent and mortgage, for that matter? Why should she be spending her money? And then when the kids start coming in, why should she be spending her money on the kids as well? That's I will give case study three. I have given case study two now, right? Let me pause and take comments and also welcome new people who have come in on case study two. So we are going to be talking about these two case studies. The third case study, I will give it when I see that we have done enough justice to the two case studies. Okay, people? Yeah. So welcome everyone. I see that, oh, Yoga with Goga is here. Goga, you are welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Wow, wow, wow. Yes. Um Bunny and yogurt. Yeah, yeah. Peaceful Earth with Mercy. Thank you all so much. I really want to see the comments now. Sweet Sim knows I joke, don't take nonsense seriously. Okay. You'll be surprised how skilled people are that haven't had the highest of education. Okay. Sim, be quiet, please. You upset the world. Okay, well, I want to know what she said. Just because you have degree and well educated doesn't mean you always have the highest job, because if you're not skilled or have basic skills needed, you're not going to survive. Okay, Jay, I know what I am saying. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to see. Let me go up, please. I want to see. Oh, things have been going on. Princess, speak it, my sister. OG Brown Brown, thank you so much. Okay, RSJ says something. Red Lipstick said something. Did Red Lipstick say something? The woman can pay someone to be helping her. Okay. Oh, that's another case study. Beth, that's another one, right? I was just giving the scenarios, different scenarios, right? I gave the first scenario already, where the woman is the one working and the man was not doing anything, right? And you still want to tell me the woman's place has to be in the kitchen, right? Then I gave the second scenario, where the man and the woman are both working. The woman, the woman's job, she closes earlier than the man, and her job was closer to the house than the man's job, and so she had to come in first. Usually, she gets home first, and then she has to take on all the things going on in the house. And the man stretches his legs as if there's nothing. I mean, is the woman's place is in the kitchen, therefore he can't help out in the home. Those are the two case scenarios that I have given, right? Okay, so bye hosting everyone. Chat, it's late. Okay, thank you so much, Beth. Right. Okay. Yeah. Good. No. I'm looking for the relevant contributions. Okay. Assumed it that good point. Hence, woman has to have good education and may work occasionally, but not require regular if the man makes enough money. Okay. That's what RSJ is saying. Okay. That the woman may work occasionally and not regularly, yeah, if the man makes enough money. Okay, I'm just really wondering what Sim said. I need to find out Sim's. I'm looking for Sim's comment. RJ, what if something happens to the man along the line? How will the woman take care of the children? That's not right. Okay, it means that our RSJ has said something. Let's go up. Okay, so if man made enough money than woman don't need to work, but woman has to have basic education like the man. Okay. The woman simply married a lazy man, and that is period. I will chase the man away from my house. There is no time for rubbish. Oh my goodness. All right, so I think I have seen the genesis of that comment. So let's go back to the comments. All right. um so Sim is saying that if something happens to the man along the line, how will the woman take care of the children? If the woman has to have education but work occasionally, and and then the man has to work all the time to provide for the family, right? So Sim is saying that if the man has to work to provide for the family and the woman is doing working occasionally. I don't know the kind of occasional job RSJ is talking about, but he says if the woman should work occasionally. So Sim is saying, what if something happens to the man along the line? So how is the woman expected to take care of the children? Not only the children, the home front, because the home front is also a major place to take care of, right? Stephen, that woman should kick you real hard for me. What woman? Seems in that good point. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now I see the genesis. So RSJ says seems in that's a good point. Hence, the woman has to have good education and may work occasionally. Oh, we've already treated that place. If the man makes enough money, I'll buy pizza for dinner. Oh. RS, okay, I'm gonna throw spanner at you. Let's say the woman is earning more than the man. What would you do then? Should the woman now give up her good career because she should take care of the children? Okay, RSJ, that's a question for you from Sweetly Rose. And Cindy Style says, RSJ, education doesn't guarantee a good job. Being skilled is important, and being able to communicate is another one. All right, RSJ, that's another comment coming your way. Okay. Um, Sweet Lily Rose says, of course. Okay, there's a response here. RSJ says, sweet, if both the man and woman agrees that the woman can work, then she can work. In my case, my wife has um, good education, but she doesn't work but wants to look after the kids. Okay. Okay, this is understandable. The she has good Your wife has good education. She doesn't work, but she wants to look after the kid. That's okay. Excuse me. Let me chip in something here. In the diasporas, this is what is happening. What is happening here is what is happening in the diasporas. I see a lot of people, you know, getting married in the diasporas, and having children, right? They are raising a family. And when you are living in diasporas with your wife or with your husband, there's hardly, family members like back home where you have all your family members, where sometimes the family member could come in and live with you, or you could easily hire a helping hand, you know, a domestic servant to help you, like a maid and all that stuff. So the maid will basically be taking care of the home front while you focus on the kids and your work. Or you hire a nanny who will take care of the children, right? While you focus on your career, if that is what you and your partner has agreed on. So, but in the diasporas, it's not like that. It's not easy to get a nanny or to get a maid in diasporas. You've got to pay a lot of money. Like if you're going to do that in the diasporas, right? Like where I live, if you're going to get someone to help you take care of your children or take care of your home, you're going to be working for that person. You understand? So that is why a lot of men and women, what they do is two things. I have seen two things that they do. The first thing I saw that they do is the wife sometimes have good education, right? But is not able to work because she's having children, she's bearing children, and she has to take care of the children while the man go to work, right? So the man is seen working and the woman is seen staying at home. Now, my question is this: when the woman is at home taking care of the children, what do you think she's doing? What do you think that woman is doing? Tell me, is there any job in this world that is bigger than a woman taking care of children, bringing the children up, nurturing the children? And these children are the ones who grow up to become us. And then you say that that woman is not working. That is a mistake a lot of people make. That a woman is at home taking care of children does not mean that she's not working. She is doing a lot of work. Let me first of all start from there and let me correct that impression. Number one, that woman is doing a lot of work. So, men, you should not be looking at a woman who is at home or tell a woman, stay at home and be looking after your children, and then you're thinking that that woman is not doing anything. Please, let's change our mentality when it comes to that. Because when a woman is at home taking care of children, that woman is doing full time work. When a woman, when a man and woman are living together and you don't have children yet, and you decide, okay, woman, stay at home and take care of the home front. She is your home administrator. She is doing a lot of work. So please, men, stop. Don't be telling the woman that, oh, because you're taking care of the children, or because you're a full-time housewife, or you're a housewife, then you're not doing any work. Like somebody will come back home and ask me, oh, what have you been doing since morning? Right? It's not right, guys. Don't do that. It's not right. You can't tell a woman because she's looking after the children, therefore she's not working. First of all, let's discard that thinking. That thinking is not right. It's not right. So in the diasporas, I see a lot of people who are staying back, a lot of women who are staying back to take care of their children because they want to make sure that they bring up their children the way they should grow, so that when they grow up, they will not depart from that way. They would have been nurtured to grow in a particular way. Imagine if you take your children to a nanny and then something happens to them, you will not be able to give account, right? So I don't want to mention there are so many reasons why women don't take their children to I don't want to mention, but most of the time what I see is the women are back home taking care of the children. Please, they are working. All right, these women who are taking care of children, their children at home, they are working, because if you have to pay a nanny to take care of those children, you're going to pay per hour, and every hour that that a nanny takes care of your children, calculate it, all the hours that you are away at work. If you work 8 hours a day, or you work 8.5 hours, or you work 12 hours a day, and both of you are working, can you calculate 12 hours and see how much a nanny has to collect from you? Right? Or your children are now growing up, they go to school for some hours, and then for some hours they have to stay with the nanny for maybe say 2 3 hours or 4 hours before you come back home. You know how much you're going to pay, right? So if that nanny, you will be saying the nanny is working, right? So it's now your wife who is doing that work. Why are you not acknowledging that work that your wife is doing? Right? Why are you not acknowledging that work? It's a full-time work. So please, I need you to change your mentality and know that your wife, because she's sitting at home and taking care of the children, she's working from home. She is doing work. All right? So that's one. Let's go. Let's proceed. Um I'm going to look for another comment and take. Let's proceed. Just because you have degree and well educated doesn't mean you always have the highest job, because if you're not skilled or have basic skills needed, you're not going to survive. Okay, that's a comment. Okay, let's go on. Let's go on. I'm seeing where I have not. Okay, yeah. Let's go on. Let's go on. Goga Princess says thank you for coming. Oh yeah, I said thank you for coming. Yes, thanks everyone. Thanks everyone for being here. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I will leave you all now. All right, Sim Sim. See you later. Main point is woman and man does equal amount of task to balance life. Okay. Sometimes both woman and husband work to make more money, but that affects kids' life balance. That is true. Yes, that is true. So let me pause on this comment and say something. Yes. Um the actually the man and the woman have to contribute to make sure that the home front is sound, right? Because don't forget that home front is your heaven. That home front is your peace. That home front is where you come back to at the end of the day. So you cannot afford for the home front not to be balanced. And when I say home front, what do I mean? I mean the relationship between husband and wife at home, the relationship between the two of you at home, and how everything works hand in hand together just to make sure there is peace at home, there's food, there is everything needed at home, the home is comfortable for the two of you or for your family, right? Yes, that is what I mean by the home front. When I say home front, I mean, the entire family at home, right? Everything that happens at home, the life at home. Yeah. Okay. So RSJ is saying that sometimes both the woman and the man work to make more money, so that both the man and the woman work to make more money, which is true. Sometimes both the man and the woman work to make more money, but he is also saying that that affects the life of the kids, right? It affects the life of the kids. Yes. So, which is why the man and the woman sit down to talk about this thing. Oh, the life of the kids is being affected. So, one person has to push back or pull back to stay at home and take care of the children. But let me also say, there's also a situation whereby the man cuts down on his job and the woman also cuts down on her job, so that two of them can come home and take care of the family or take care of the kids. Also, There's also another system whereby you take some days, the man works for some days and the woman works for some days, to balance things up. For example, you have 7 days in a week. Let's take one day of maybe worship out, or let's take the weekend out. So, assuming the man works 3 days a week and the woman works 2 days a week, or the woman works one day a week and the man works 4 days a week, right? So the 4 days that the man is working, the woman is at home taking care of the home front and taking care of the kids. Then the one day that the woman is working, the man is at home taking care of the kids. There's also another style to it. uh the man works from morning till a certain time, say from morning till about 3:30 or 4 o'clock, or thereabout, and the woman works for say only 4 hours, right? Say between 4 and 8. The woman works from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. So when the man works from morning till 3 p.m., he comes from say 3:30, he's already at home, and then the woman leaves and goes to work. So that's another style, right? And I know people who are practicing this and it's working for them. Okay. So, yes, so that's based on that comment. RSJ, yes, that is correct. I have seen people who do that. Okay. Michael, you talking about me. Okay. Okay, let's look for another comment. Let's look for another comment. And RS, both parents can work and still raise the kids effectively, but that depends on the parent and the jobs they are doing. Yes. Sweetly Rose, that's true. And I think I have covered that in the explanation that I just gave. All right. So RSJ says, Princess, another important thing we discussed is both man and woman has to be truthful. Yes, we discussed that. Yes, any decision they make should be agreed by both to balance kids' life and their life as well. Yes, RSJ, yes, that is correct. Yes, we talked about that. We talked about the fact that, okay, let me bring it down to this place now. Um, the fact that no matter what the man and the woman does, right? You know, there's another video, but I don't want to bring in that video right now. Let's leave that video out. Um, let's concentrate on this video. That the video that brought about this discussion, right? Let's concentrate on it. Okay, so no matter what the man and the woman does, no matter what the man and the woman um, you know does before they got married, and then they, as long as this man and this woman have decided to get married, right, and they are married, the important thing is that they discuss. They have to discuss. You have to talk. Even before you got married, you would have been talking. You would have seen a lot of my videos advising that, when you are single and still dating and all that, courting and all that, you should be doing a lot of talking. Basically, you should be doing a lot of talking, because it's through talking that you get to know each other, in it. Yes, it's through talking that you get to know each other, and you should be truthful with one another. Now, what RSJ is saying here is that as long as you are married, it is very important for the two of you to be truthful, to discuss and be truthful and be honest with each other. That's what he's saying here. And that any decision that you need to make, that the both of you should agree on that decision, so that the life of the kids will not be negatively affected. That's what he's saying. Okay. So yes, I agree to that as well. I agree to that. And does anybody have any other perspective based on this comment, right? I believe that every couple is supposed to be, any normal no, not normal, any ideal, the ideally, yes, the ideal situation, ideal thing is that when you are a couple, you discuss with yourselves, and then you be truthful, you be open with each other. Um is one of the things that make a marriage relationship work. I think I've discussed that some time ago. It's one of the ingredients that I gave that makes a marriage relationship to work. You have to be honest, you have to be open with each other, right? So if you're open with each other and honest, you'll be discussing. And when you start having kids, you both of you will discuss, and make sure that you discuss honestly, be open, so that whatever decision you reach, it will be for the benefit of both of you and for the children. After all, you are the one raising this family unit. You would want that family unit to succeed. You would want your marriage relationship to work, and you would want your children to grow up in a balanced way, in a balanced life, right? You wouldn't want a broken home, right? You wouldn't want a situation where, if that doesn't mean that people from broken homes are not human beings. Okay, that's not what we're saying. That's a different thing entirely. I will discuss that some of the time. Okay, so, but what I'm saying is that you would want a balance in your home. Is why you have to be truthful, not only about the kids, about yourselves, because remember that you're already living together before those kids came along. Marriage is for two people. I don't know if I have left dropped that video or not. So that I am not preempting that video. It's not for the kids. Okay? It's not for the kids. Your marriage is for husband and wife first. For two of you first. And two of you are gifts to each other first before the kids start coming along. And when God gives you kids, God gives you those children. They are gifts. You are custodians of those children. You have to take care of them till they grow and become, start having their own families, because the children are not going to live with you forever. And that's the truth. Again, I don't know if I have dropped that video. There's a video I talked about that as well. Check my channel. You will see all these things I'm talking about. I've said one thing or the other in one of the videos or the other, in one video or the other. Okay, so yes, that's that about that comment. Let's move on to the next comment. Oh, Goga finally in. I know I am far behind the comments, but it's okay. I'm just looking out for the comments that, um because there's a conversation going on, and yeah, there's a conversation going on. My own is, we share everything, including cooking. Remember, it's for better, for worse. Okay, absolutely. That's it. Including cooking, you have to share. You have to share. Yes, if man agrees, she can work and man can cook. No, RSJ, RSJ. Now this is where it's taking a tweak. You know, a man and a woman who live together, like I said earlier on, should do everything together, right? There's a place for the man in the home. There's a place for the woman in the home. You are not going to tell me, oh, okay, because two of you are married, therefore the woman's place is only in the kitchen. So it's only the woman who has to cook all the rest of her life. She's condemned to cooking. Where is that said that only a woman has to cook? Right? What about the man and the woman cooking? What about the man? Were you not cooking before you got married? Please answer me, because as I'm saying it like this, I'm saying it from my heart. I want you to respond. Men, were you not cooking for yourselves before you got married? So you want to tell me now that because you're married to a woman, therefore you don't even know how to cook anymore, or you can't even step into your own kitchen anymore. Therefore, the woman has to cook for the rest of her life. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm saying that everything should be shared because two of you are working, right? Like that's the case study too now. Two of you are working. Therefore, two of you should share everything in the home. You cannot leave your wife to do everything. She's contributing to the home too. Remember my case study. This woman is the one who bought the blinds, the curtains, the blinds. She's the one who knows that, oh, our bed sheets are getting old. She changes the bed sheets, the bedspreads, the duvet covers, and all that. She's the one who sees that, oh, the dishes, we need to get new dishes, we need to get new pans. She uses her money to buy these things. So, does it mean that she is not working? She's also contributing in it. Yes, she's also contributing. So, the man too should contribute too. The man can't just come back home and sit down straight, put on the TV and carry newspapers and magazines like I used to see some people do. And I used to ask her, Uncle, how far? You are watching TV, only you. And only you are still reading magazines. And only you still have your phone there. You're scrolling on your phone. But the TV is also on. Meanwhile, your wife is in the kitchen. And she just closed from work, the same way you close from work. And she's laboring in the kitchen. You're not even going there to say, oh, honey, how far? I hope you're doing well. You okay? Do you need any helping hand? You just stretch your legs then. You wait for her to bring the food to the table before you start eating. And after eating, you leave. She packs, takes care of the dishes, and you are already settled in. She's still there. The poor woman is still there, tidying up the kitchen and doing all the things every day, every day, every day, like that. Hey, you were doing all these things before you married her, aren't you? Man thing is both has to argue and agree, but truthful. Okay, I do 2 to 3 jobs same day, a lot of money. I make my wife a lot of money I make, okay? My wife don't like the job, the work, but wants to look after kids. Oh, okay, RS, yes, I understand your case, yeah, right? I understand your case. Your wife wants to look, it's your wife's choice to look after the kids. Yeah, there are some people like that. They choose to look after the kids, but you have to agree. The two of you have to agree that the this thing that you have decided to do, you have decided to look after the kids because remember what I said, looking after the kids is also work. Have you ever sat down to take care of kids? Hey, my goodness. Looking after the kids is also a lot of work, right? It's a lot of work. So, looking after the kids is some sort of job she enjoys doing, right? So, and you enjoy working, which is why you're working 2 to 3 jobs to make a lot of money to provide for your family, which is good. It's okay. That is what you and your wife had decided to do. I'm saying that there are some other families who are, are not exactly doing what you are doing, right? And there are also some other families who decided to tell their wives, no matter your education, no matter your skills, no matter what you know in life, sit down at home and take care of kids. They just force the woman to stay back without saying, oh, honey, come, let's discuss. How are we going to do this thing? Let's think about ways to, make this thing work. uh, would you like to continue with your career? Perhaps you have to cut down on the hours of your work, and I will cut down on the hours of my work so that the days you're working, I will not be working. I will take care of the kids. Or the days the hours you're working, I will take care of the kids. Or the hours I'm working, you will take care of the kids. You can always the family. Every family has their own. All the families are not the same, right? So all marriages are not the same. So you have to sit down, you and your spouse, you sit down and check out what works for you and agree, but not where I am. Where I am kicking against is that how can a man now tell a woman, oh, you must sit down in the house and do this, take care of the home front. Maybe you are saying it out of jealousy or out of a dark place. Or you see that the woman is making a lot of money and then you're telling her, oh, you have to sit down at home and stop working and because you're making a lot of money. So you're saying it out of a dark place. That's a different thing. And this is the one me I don't agree to. Okay, I must make my stand clear. All right, so let's continue. Um, Sulili says, RS, that's your specific scenario and circumstance. It's not going to work for every couple or family. Absolutely. I just said that. I didn't even see you had dropped this comment. Okay. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Everyone should hire sim should challenge. Okay, RSJ says he agrees. Yes. Okay, next. I can be working and still do my duty as a wife, but he must also share in the duty. If he is working, he must also share in the house work, including the children. Come on, we both own the kids, not only me. I agree with you. I agree with you. Absolutely. You both own the kids, so he too should contribute in taking care of the kids. You can't be the only one working and coming home to take care of the kids. He also should come. He is also working. He should also come home, take care of the home front, and also take care of the kids. Both of you should be doing everything together. That is why it is called a family unit. In it, in it. That is why it's called a family unit. I totally agree to this system. Yeah, I totally agree. She's still working. Yes, taking care of Stephen. Goofy head. Oh my goodness. Unpaid work. Yes. Sweet Lily. Unpaid. You know, she does all the work at home, does all the, and the husband is not paying her. The husband is not paying her for taking care of their children. He's not paying her for taking care of the home front, tidy, making the house comfortable for everyone to live in. You know, uh, RSJ says Princess VM Passions, excellent point. Woman has main responsibility to look after kids. That a lot of work. That's a lot of work. But working is too much to balance life. Okay, yeah, yeah. If both are working, it will be too much for the woman. If both are working, it will be too much for the woman to still come home, take care of kids, take care of the home front, take care of food, take care of everything, while the man is come on, it's too much. So it has to be balanced, right? Okay, Rebecca, welcome. All right, some women do have jobs. Really, the men generally have it much easier, much less to deal with at the same time. Absolutely. I love Stephen because he just says it the way it is. You know, very blunt. He just says it. That's the way it is. Really, men generally have it much easier. You know, but they don't want to. Some men don't want to agree. Some men don't want to agree. They don't want to admit that generally men have it much easier. You know, much less to deal with at the same time. You know, it's only the woman who will work, come back home, she's tidying the home, she's cooking, she's also taking care of the children at the same time. They say the woman is multitasking. Multitasking does not mean that it's very easy for her to do all these things, right? It's not easy. That the woman is multitasking does, and it's not every woman that is multitasking like that. And that the woman is multitasking does not mean that it is easy for her, that it's not work. It's work. It is still work. Even though she is multitasking, she's still doing a lot of work. So men, please, if you are not used to helping your wife, once in a while, help her out in the kitchen, help her take care of the kids too, you know, so that the life will be balanced. No wonder you see some women, they're just wearing out, they're just growing, they're just stressed out sometimes. You come back home, you see your wife stressed out. She's been dealing with a lot. She's already stressed out. And then at night, you have come back home, at night you also want sex. And this woman would also tell you that, oh, she has to do the work of a mother, she has to do the work of a nanny, she has to do the work of a housemaid, take care of the home, tidy up, cleaner. She has to do all these things, cook, chef. And at night, she also has to do the work of a wife. And the day she tells you, oh, honey, I'm tired today, I'm not able to oblige you in bed, you scream wolf. You start screaming, oh, or you go out and go and have another woman out there because of that. These things people should think. People should think. You know, you can't have your wife stressed out. You cannot afford to have your wife stressed out because there's a duty for her, for you. There's a duty she has to perform for you. So it is your job as a man to protect that woman, to make sure that her mental health is protected, to make sure that she is not stressed out. Because remember, remember, she is your wife, and there's one unique work that she has to do as your wife: sex. And that is very important. You can't go to a nanny to get it. You cannot go to anybody else to get it. I think I have dropped that video, right? I have dropped that video. I've uploaded, check my last video. Why men leave their marriages of, after being together with their wives for a long time. Go to that video. Go and watch that video. If you have not watched it, go and watch that video. You will see these points that I'm making. Is there. So I don't need to make the point again. It's one of the points I made in that video. Go and check that video out. Outside of family life, so they're having something for themselves. And as I'm now born again, oh, no more side chicks. Oh, got you. Okay, I think I jumped one. Oh my goodness. There's a comment I saw just now. Wife can. Okay, let me check this out. Guys, just a minute. I need to check something out. Let me see if I can get all the comments. Yeah, I want to see if I can get all the comments without skipping them, without jumping them. There's something that I needed to see. All right. Yeah. Rebecca says, wife can look after kids, but not for the rest of her life. She got goals, interests to reach. Okay. You guys, you can see that comment for yourself. Yeah. That she is a wife. What she's basically saying is that because she's a wife does not mean that she's going to have to look after children for the rest of her life. That's what she's saying. Because she is a wife does not mean that she has to look after children for the rest of her lives. For the rest of her life. She also has goals. And this goes, the husband also has to recognize that this woman is a human being, right? There are also some things that she has to do as a human being. Yes, that does not conflict with the interest of the husband as a family unit, right? So she has goals to reach and she has interests to reach as well, right? That's what she's just saying. So both those goals and interests and everything that the wife is also working towards will have to tally with, you know, the 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 vision of the two of you as a family unit. Remember what we said, that you have to discuss everything and be open in your relationship with your spouse. Okay. All right. So let's continue. My wife helps me also in my work. She pays all house bills, my payment. She takes care of all house finance. She takes care of food for all of us. That's a lot of work for the woman. Absolutely. That's that's lot of work of that's lots of work. That's lots of work for a woman, right? That's almost all that a woman has to do is what you are saying, right? Okay. So Rebecca says, but kids are most young, great to grow with them, to mother them because they will never grow. Oh, okay. I think what she's saying is that when the kids are young, that is good to grow with them, right? Right? Because they will not remain kids forever. They will also grow up. So it's good to take care of those children as they are grown. But it's the work of both the wife and the husband. If you ask me, as long as the two of you are still together, it is the duty of both the wife and the husband to take care of their children, to make sure that they grow, because the children are not going to be children forever, right? But kids are, yeah, I've taken that comment. Let me move on to another comment. Pretty dinner, pastor, okay, no. The key thing is communication between wife and husband, because some husband can properly provide to the maximum for their children, for their for the okay. What I think what she is saying is that um the most important thing is communication, which is what we had said earlier on, that the two of you have to discuss. And RSJ has also said it, we both agreed that the two of you have to discuss, be truthful and be open in your relationship, in your marriage, right? And because some husband can properly provide to the maximum. Yes, Rebecca is saying so, because some husbands, yes, some husband can provide, which is why you have to discuss. If the man wants to be the only sole provider and can provide all everything for the family, is absolutely good. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But the two of you have to agree that this is what you both of you want. Okay. I won't sacrifice my career to raise my little ones until they reach school age to save money from the pre-nursery. Okay, yeah, we talked about that. All this depends on various individual circumstances. Main thing is both have to come together, discuss how to deal with the situation at hand. Absolutely. Yes, which is why we keep saying discuss, discuss, discuss. Keep everyone outside your family circle, even your wife's family. Your family circle is you and your wife and kids only. They are the main, and they should agree together. Yes, yes, yes. I also dropped a video. I've uploaded a video talking about that as well. I have uploaded a video talking about that as well. So you guys go and check out my videos. Check my shorts. If you are not watching my shorts, you should be watching my shorts. Most of these things are already in my shorts. This point is also in my short. This point that RSJ is talking about is in my shot as well. Through the echo, you are welcome. Yes. I'm catching up. Keep everyone outside. Yes, I've said that. Example, my wife's sister and or are working along with their husband, and we don't bring that as example into our home. We only decide what is good for us. Absolutely. You shouldn't bring third party into your home. Um okay, good to know. Trady Echo. Yes, I love cooking. Everybody should be able to cook. I normally cook during the weekends, and or we go out to eat so that my wife gets rest on weekends. Oh, beautiful, beautiful arrangement. That's a beautiful arrangement. Yes. Yoga, yoga. Trudy Echo is asking you a question. I hope you've seen it. Yes, so share the duty. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, thank you everyone who has come in. There are some there's a name here I can't pronounce it. Jelico. Is it Jelico or Jelika? Jelika. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Yes. Man has to look after kids. Example, transfer his work experience to kids. So man also has to look after his kids, but not just wife has to look after the kids alone. All right. Yeah. RSJ. Absolutely. Okay. So we have basically all of us have basically agreed that the work of taking care of the kids and taking care of the home front is not to be left alone for the woman, right? Because both of you have the kids, right? So both of you should be involved in raising your kids, and it will be good for the children as well. Because if you leave only one person to raise the children, time will come when these children will see is only the woman they will be seeing, right? I think I have that in one of my videos as well. So you, the man now, when the time comes when all the children have left home, where are you going to be? Do you get? When the time comes when the children have left home, you have to go back to each other. In it. Yes, you have to go back to each other. So it would be nice. Let me not expatiate on that because I think there's a video I'm going to drop next week that talks about that. So there are some things I shouldn't say so that you can watch the video. So, guys, I think we have agreed that um, the husbands should not just leave everything that has to do with the children for the woman and everything that has to do with the home for the woman, right? But that both of you should discuss, and the husband should not force the woman to stay at home. Both of you should also discuss and reach agreements. If the wife loves to stay at home and look after the kids, oh, by all means, do that. Like the case of one of our brothers that is here right now. Let her do that because that's what she wants. Two of you have to reach an agreement and let her do that. Okay? But don't come to her and say that because she's looking after children and because she's at home, she's taking care of you. That you are now thinking that she's not working. She is working. She is doing a lot of work raising those children, and nobody is paying her for raising children. Okay, and those children are children for the two of you. It's not just one person who owns children. All right, so the two of you should agree if that's what she wants to do. And also, there are some people that just decide, okay, you know what, let me do the work, you stay back home. Okay, there are some people who decide that you stay back home. And the most important thing is communication. You have to communicate. You have to discuss. You have to agree that this is what you want to do, right? Be truthful. And Mr. Husband, there's something important that I need to tell you this evening before I leave here. When your wife is looking after your children, she is being stressed out, right? Taking care of children is not an easy job. I think I've said this thing earlier on. Taking care of children is not an easy job. Yes, you are working. That your work that you are doing, you get stress from it, right? But I tell you that that work, you don't have as much stress as a woman who is taking care of a child. If that woman leaves your children for you for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours for the whole day, I bet you would rather prefer to stay in your work and receive all the stress at work than to stay in the house and take care of those children. Taking care of those children, raising children is not an easy thing. So you should appreciate any woman that is staying at home to be raising children. Appreciate her. That's one. Appreciate her because she's being stressed out. She's spending her life raising children, right? That's one. Then two, she's also doing the housework as well. You should also appreciate her for doing that, making the home comfortable for both of you and the children to stay in, to live in, making sure that there is food in the house, right? All these are a lot of work. So don't go out and do your own work and think that you are the only one working. And then when you get back home, you start asking your wife, oh, well, what have you been doing since morning? Don't do that. Don't do that. If you're one of those men who used to do that to your wife, please stop. Don't come back home and ask the woman, but what have you been doing since morning? Don't. I have seen it over and over and over and over and over again. You come back home and you're asking me, but what have I been doing since morning? I have been taking care of the children. I have been keeping the home comfortable for you. I have been tidying up. I have been cooking. I've been doing laundry. I've been doing all kinds of things in the house. Sometimes a woman can wake up in the morning, start, be on her legs. She'll be on her feet. Take care of children, take the children to school. Back from taking the children to school, she'll come back home. She'll start taking care of the home. Before you know it, she has to cook lunch. But before she finishes, the children have closed. She has to go back to school to take care, bring back the children back home. As she's bringing the children back home, she's already, her eyes will have to be on those children. It's not a small thing, though. It's not a small job. So please appreciate your wives if you have wives who do that. And then when the children now go to bed, she's expected to also come into your bed and do the work of the duty of a wife to you. You start pounding her. It's not an easy thing, guys. It's not. So be careful what you do with that woman. Appreciate your wife. Be careful what you do with her, okay? Anyway, on that note, I'm going to end this LS. We'll come back again and discuss on Tuesday. If you have anything, any comments, please leave me the comments. If you check the description of this video, you will see some videos, a particular video that brought up this discussion. All right. Yes. And what we are doing here is to bring out points to learn so that we can see things from different perspectives, so that we are not myopic. We are not just seeing things from one side like this. The left, seeing things from one eye is different from seeing things from this eye, and is different from when both eyes see everything together. Okay. So you can see things from your perspective. You think that is it all, or I see things from my perspective. I think, oh, this is not all, or somebody else sees, like Cynthia Star was giving her contributions, Sweet Lily Rose was giving her contributions, still my husky was giving her his contributions, Prisoner was giving her contributions, RSJ was giving his contributions, Rebecca M. Le Prince was giving her contribution. People have contributed. so that we are seeing things from different perspectives. So when we learn like this, we are not expected to bring in third parties into our home, but we learn lessons. You pick from here, you pick from here, you pick, like all that I have said tonight, all that we have discussed here tonight. You will now go back home and think about it and see the one that you are not doing very well. You will now begin to adjust. You learn from here, you learn from here, you adjust, and then it will make your home more comfortable. It will make your home sweeter. It will make your home more peaceful. If you're not appreciating your wife before, it will make her start appreciating you. Start appreciating your wife. If your wife was not appreciating you because of all the stress you get from work, she would also start appreciating you, you know? So the way we learn is good. Okay, this is the reason I brought this topic here today, and this is the reason I give all those life topics. I discuss life issues and relationships and general well-beings. And when I also drop my blogs on fitness and on maybe shopping or travel, is all towards making life a better, better quality, so we can live a better, so we can live a quality life. You understand? Now, we can't live we can how many years we have to live on earth? And nobody knows when he or she is leaving this earth. So the little time that we have to spend on earth, let's try and live it. Let it be something something qualitative. Let's spend that little time that we have here living a good life, living a peaceful life, living a less stressful life, living life not to make other people, not to make our spouses, not to stress out our spouses, not to stress out our children, not to stress ourselves out, you know. So that's it for tonight. On Tuesday we'll come back here, and on Friday we'll also come back here. And if you have any topic, go to my comment section, drop it, I'll see it. If you have any questions to ask me, please feel free to come in and ask me the questions. All right. Till Tuesday, we'll come again to discuss life issues like this, or anything, or maybe tips on YouTube, or growth, how to grow on YouTube, and all that. We will discuss it. Whatever you feel like asking me, come here and let's discuss it. Okay, guys. So thank you all so much for coming. RSJ, thank you so much. Yoga with Goga says, Princess got to sleep now. See you on Tuesday. Okay, great and solid topics. Thank you so much, Goga. Rebecca, thanks, all the best. Okay, so thank you, everybody. Thank you all so much. Princess, thanks for the arrangement. I have learned a lot from everyone today. Oh, thank you so, so much, RSJ. I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Um, I'm happy that you have learned from everyone today. I have also learned from everyone. Okay. So until we come again on Tuesday, see you all. And it's mega love shout out from me. Bye, everyone. Bye bye.